is a review on the Booq Cobra Pack. As you can see it right here. However, my wife calls it my spy backpack because it looks like a nice, clean looking backpack with minimal options until you get into it and you realize that there are dozens of secret compartments and areas to hold your electronic goodies. So we're going to look at this Booq Cobra Pack and see if this is maybe the right pack for you and some of the features about it. It really is kind of a fun thing to own. So with that, let's look at it. Okay, one of the first questions you may have is, why does a backpack actually have seat belts on it? And it's a pretty ingenious design. And what it is you pull these forward, and you can put a coat right inside of there. But they also can hide two separate compartments. And you can see right here. Now these are not attached, so it doesn't go all the way through. You can have pins or anything that you want to have quickly, you can access from the front. So there's one, and here's the second. And then you zip it up, and it's completely concealed. So that's actually a pretty inventive way to hide the zippers and to give you some functionality with the ability to put a coat or something in front of it. And again, these are spring-loaded, so it does actually pull out a little bit. Now the next thing you're going to see is up top, it's not a zipper, but this is where a nice padded pocket where you can keep your tablet, and in my case, it's my iPad. So even with one hand, you can pull out your device, and you're on your way. So it's right there on the front, easy access, and but it is still pretty protected and somewhat hidden. So right there on the front of just your pack, you've got quite a bit of functionality. Okay, as you open your pack, you'll see that the zipper is nice and contained and relatively watertight. And you open it up, and you actually have a lot of room again. So much room that I have a set of headphones and my Echo XBT, which are both pretty sizable, and you would never even know was in the backpack. So you've got a lot of room right here in the front. You've got a spot for a second computer if you need, and I'll show you where the first computer goes in a second. It's completely expandable, and another nice thing, it's a hard shell. So no worry about crushing the contents of your backpack since it does have a hard shell. And it's a good point to talk about now is that the actual exterior of it is a very hard nylon and it's watertight. So if you get caught in a sudden downpour, you don't have to worry about all your devices getting destroyed because of the rain. So it's very kind of a real rugged, textured feel to it and watertight. And again, it's got an exoskeleton in it, so it won't crush. Okay, we saw the spot for your iPad. You then have a nice storage area where I was able to show that I have headphones and an Echo XBT speaker, and then you go another level and you have a spot for your laptop. So right here, nice padded area for your laptop, and this is a 15-inch laptop, so you can see there's plenty of room in here and again, it's nice and padded, so you don't have to worry about your computer being damaged. So again, it's a very efficient use of space, and you're only 3 levels in. Okay, now behind your laptop you have another pocket that goes all the way through by your back. Now I'm not actually sure what you put there. You could put your tablet or other thing, but it is another area of storage right there. And again, it's right by your back, so you do have room. Up next, we will also have an area that zips out for water bottles, or maybe even an umbrella if you'd like. You have one on each side. And then finally, you have a little cell phone pocket here on the front on both sides. So it's kind of like the Swiss Army knife of backpacks in terms of things. You can put your cell phone here, maybe your iPad there if you want, or you can put your iPad here, your computer, all of your other gizmos, and you have plenty of space. So it really is a nice backpack for, like my wife calls it, a spy's backpack, because there's room for everything. Okay, this barcode here, this Booq barcode, and what this allows you to do is you can register your backpack online, and this way if you lose it, if someone actually goes in and enters this code, it'll let you find your backpack and they'll contact you. So you register it, you give your name, your address, your phone number, and then if it's lost, if someone enters the code, it'll help connect you back to your bag so you can get it back. So it's kind of a homing device, if you will, for your backpack. So that's comes free of charge with the Booq Cobra Pack. Okay, my final verdict on the Cobra Pack by Booq. It's a pretty easy 5-star recommendation. I like how well constructed the bag is. There's lots of storage, lots of space for things, and in the headphones and the speaker that you saw inside of it, and some of my other backpacks, they are kind of hard to store. They're a little cumbersome, and that's not the case here. They actually fit in very nicely. I like the support structure that goes around it. Now, one of the drawbacks to this is that support structure does add weight, so it's not the lightest backpack you're going to find. In fact, it's a bit on the heavy side. However, again, for the durability and some of the options you get, it's a nice trade-off. One other thing I found is that if you're real large, you might have a hard time actually getting it on. I find for me, it's actually a little bit tight. I'm about 6 feet, 220, 225 pounds. If I was much larger, I would have difficulty actually getting the backpack on. So keep that in mind. And but other than that, it's an easy 5-star recommendation for anybody, especially on the go, who happens to have lots of gadgets and devices.